So we're going down into the valley, lower and lower and lower, and so the the importance of the topography and the and water are critical to the vegetation, because obviously the vegetation, like us, is 70 or 80% water. So of course, you know, we're talking here about gravity. The very top of the hillside, the top of the hills, the crests of the hills cannot hold any water. Not only does the water physically run off by gravity, but it also, you know, those areas are exposed to sunlight and high winds, and the winds dry out the plants and dry out the soil and dry out the ground. In the valley, down in the valley, of course, obviously that's where the water collects. I can hear a stream, and we'll see a stream a little bit later. So the whole, and the same happens with the humidity. And even the moist air, you know, will drop down into the valley. So the whole environment is much wetter and moister and more humid and less windy, of course, because it's not up on top of the hills. All of these factors make it much easier for the plants to grow more successfully. And here we've got an Acacia confusa. Now this one is probably probably not even as old as me, right? This is probably 50, something like that. But if you look at it, if you go up, Thomas is panning up into the branches. You can see that the branches, there's a lot of dead branches here. This tree is at the end of the line, right? This tree is in a worse state than me, and so this is right at the end of its life. Even the smaller branches with foliage dying back. You know, this is an evergreen tree, and the whole crown is basically just in a state of dieback, and you know, and it's suffered over the years from masses of damage. Look at the damage here from typhoon damage. This is ripped off branches. The whole thing will be rotten through and through. You know, it's absolutely full of decay. So this is on its absolutely. This is the you know, at the very end of its useful life. However, it has done its job. We've got all of this, you know, vegetation has come up underneath it, and because this area 40, 50 years ago would have been absolutely bare hillside. So in a sense, it's done its job, and so it's come to the end of its useful life. Now it's going to enter into its useful death, right? And as it decomposes and collapses here, all of that wood, all of that foliage, you know, the whole structure of the thing will gradually rot down into the soil, providing an environment for all kinds of microorganisms and all kinds of fungus and bacteria and goodness knows what. And this is part of the process of building up the soil. And this is the foundation. The soil is the foundation of life on land, basically, including us. And so that's what these plants are doing. They're soil builders. So thank you very much, Acacia confusa. Thank you for your service.